Alright, so whence last we played, Jabber showed up just in time for the assault that was happening in Krezk, and he helped the rest of the team defeat the werewolf menace, and they are out. After that, you all decided to rest for approximately 8 hours, which brought us to 8 p.m. on day 6. Less than 24 hours until you are expected at Castle Ravenloft. Here you sit thinking about what your next move is. I remember you were talking about going back to the werewolf's den to make sure that it was secured. What is everybody doing?
Who was talking about going back to the werewolf's den to make sure it's secured?
We had a vote at the end of the session, and it sounded like over half of us said yes. So, but yeah, tomorrow is the day that we have to be at Castle Ravenloft, right?
Yes, Strahd is expecting you around 5 o'clock for dinner.
Did we decide we're going to ride with the guy in the Abbey?
Silly Von Holtz? Yes, he is going to be escorting Vasilka there to Castle Ravenloft, and he says that you can ride along. That is leaving at like 3 o'clock.
Fucking sweet. That means we have plenty of time to go take care of the rest of the wolves.
Right. I just made a mistake.
And clear out this entire area. By the way, one other thing that did happen was Jabber went down. He went down hard. I kind of feel bad about that, kinda.
It's one of those things that happens being adventurers. It's a hazardous line of work, especially when you're in the demi-plane of a vampire lord.
This is very true. He was my friend at one time.
Jabber or Strahd?
Strahd.
He was. He's a pretty convincing guy. Does anybody want to do anything, or do you guys want to kind of amend what you want to do before you go to the werewolves?
Well, I guess my question is, A, is there anybody, can I buy bolts from the handbook, and is there anybody in the town that can do silvering? Yeah, probably not.
There is one person who is able to kind of silver, but he needs 50 silver pieces, or approximately 1 pound of silver, in order to silver something, and then it's going to take him 4 hours to get it done.
All right.
And it's going to cost 100 gold plus the expenditure of the silver. And in this instance, unfortunately, you can't just break gold down into silver. It physically needs to be the silver. There's a reason why everything's paid in electrums, and that's because silver can be used as a weapon, and this has been thought about hundreds of years ago. And prices for gear is pretty much anything that you can find out of the player's handbook at that price. That's their discount for being the heroes of Krezk.
One of those bodies had a crossbow on it, I believe.
The werewolves picked up a longbow from the scouts.
Longbow. I think I'm proficient with bows. I would like something of distance if I can't. Does that make sense?
Yeah, if you're proficient with it.
Oh, wait, no. It needs to be a short bow. Never mind.
You have access to the handbook, right? I just never find it.
Yeah, it's chapter 5. So if you just click on the player's handbook, you should be able to go to chapter 5. And then in there, they've got the gear and equipment. Everything is at cost. And we'll even say that they can rustle up some potions of healing for you, 50 gold pieces for each potion.
I'll try to talk them down a little bit on those with my charm persuasion. Persuade them. Because we did become the heroes. Just maybe a slight discount on the...
Listen, all I'm gonna need... Oh, sorry.
They're able to find one of them, and it's 50 gold.
Okay.
I just need a few daggers, some alchemist fire, and a holy symbol, preferably a cross.
It's player's handbook prices. That's your heroes. Normally it'd be twice as expensive, if not more, but since you've helped save the city, everything's pretty much at cost. So I guess we can do the walk and talk while we're getting up there. You guys can still obviously buy stuff as I'm doing the exposition for it. The 1.5 miles up there is surprisingly calm, even in the middle of the night. Every single twig, branch, snap, and every single errant sound kind of sends you on edge, but nothing attacks you. At one point, you're looking across an open field and you look and you see like a little herd of deer prance and look around as if like newly rediscovering this area before they see you and bolt off. And then finally you make it the mouth of the werewolf's den. What's up?
Can I trade that longbow for a hand cross, or not a hand crossbow, just a heavy crossbow, I guess?
Yeah, whatever the cost on the difference is, if you pay that in the gold.
It's 50, they're both 50 gold pieces.
Sure.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. The mouth of the cave, you see what looks like freshly dug burial mounds heaped with stones, and the torches are burning low in the atmosphere. You hear the dripping and rushing of water through that place that you saw when you originally entered the mouth of the cave. You do not see anybody standing guard, but from the entrance of the cave, You do hear what sounds like a woman praying. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna try to. Are we like at the mouth of the cave, like up against it, like touching it wise? Can I be behind?
I'm bringing you to the map. You're in the area right now.
Oh, okay, I see it now.
I think pretty much all I got to do is throw Jabber onto there.
You said we hear a person praying.
It sounds like a person praying. The exact words that are being said, you can't hear too much of.
Can I fly
Up on top of the...
Yeah, like where I set that one stone to like fall down.
It sounds like the stuff's coming from further into the cave area.
Okay.
It was a lot more expansive than what you had originally done. You can hear somebody talking on the other side of it.
Somebody a little sneakier than me when they go check that out.
What? Sorry, what time of day is it?
It is 8 p.m. at night.
8 p.m. Okay. Can I use with my umbral sight and my stealthiness, just kind of see if I can stick to the shadows a little bit, get close enough?
It's probably would be easy enough for you to do. If you want to go ahead and bring your person around.
Oh, there it is. I couldn't see anything. There we go. The map keeps moving. Yeah, I'm way over here. So
That dude's dead.
I'm gonna kind of just keep along the wall and kind of shadow, if I may.
So the torches are still in there. They're providing a little bit of low light. You don't see or hear anything so far. You are hearing the sounds of water from the direct north of you. But you know that from the last time that there was a pool with a crack that was being filled from the runoff.
Alright, well, I'm gonna go up there gingerly, check it out.
You can... What's up?
I'll cast invisibility third level instead of second level and put it on. If nobody else wants to come, or Adrian, do you want to go?
No.
Yeah.
What was that?
I want to come. I'll go with.
So be it. Cast that third level, and I'll put it on Jabber and myself. You are invisible,
There you
and
go.
I'll fly up towards the ceiling and stay in the middle.
So we're making out the pool area.
Yeah,
The
you
spring?
see the pool area up there? Dan, you can hear what sounds like further back into the cave system. You hear two voices now, both females. One of them is talking about her mate Emil, and how now that the werewolves have been defeated and left this land, that he should be returned, because it's no longer a detriment to Strahd's plan. And the other one says, we still have plans for him, but if you do what we need you to do, we can release him to you after the wedding. And then they start arguing a little bit more. That's mainly what you hear out of it.
I'm gonna use that arguing to my advantage, and I'll stealthily go up there if I can. Go closer to them.
Alright, move your character.
Because you said it's coming from this direction over here.
It's coming from back this way.
I'm kind of mumbling to myself, like, I think Adrian's right. This is none of my damn business.
Missure Spifi, you got 120 dark vision. You see through this area that you're in, the ceiling drops down to about 10 feet, and the walls grow in thin. You're still able to manage flying without any difficulty, but further back up, it sounds like a hollow acoustic chamber up there, and you can kind of see the stuff leading down into another area.
Okay. I'll start walking, like sneaking.
Alright, what's everybody else doing, since Missure Spifi's up there?
If I can, I would like to look up at where those two bolts are sticking into the ceiling, the friends that I left up there, and the rope that I picked up from town. I would like to rope trick and try and get those from the ceiling.
Alright, give me a survival check to see if you can successfully extract them without breaking them.
Okay, that was a 10.
You managed to get one. The other one breaks on you, but you're able to get one silver crossbow bolt.
I missed you, Mossby. Put it back.
Still got one in the chamber. I know that Jabber said that he's invisible as well. Are you still hanging back, or what's going on, Chris? I guess he's contemplating his options. But Missure Spifi, you actually see further into there, it looks like a woman, middle-aged, 30s, 40s. She is sitting in front of an altar. She looks like she has her hands clasped, and she's praying to... Give me a religion check.
A statue?
Looks like some deity, but you can't really make out too much. Must be important, because you notice a lot of treasure laid at its feet. But every once in a while, she'll sit there and stop talking, and she'll look up over to the left. Over over her left shoulder as she's making remarks.
I thought I saw somebody else when I was moving up there.
Probably.
When
I can confirm there are 2 figures in there, both having a conversation in front of an altar.
Okay.
And you also see 2 people chained to the back wall.
All right, that's when I turn around and I'm going back out to tell everybody what's going on. Dan, come on, back to the mouth, Dan. I'm gonna stay invisible, but I will tell everybody what's going on. All right, so there's 2 other people in there, and they're arguing. They're also praying to this altar. I don't know, some kind of god, some deity. No, looks like a statue. The dead didn't. There's plenty of treasure there too. Pretty sure.
Did you say there were a couple people chained to a wall?
Pinocchio?
That's jabber, you asshole!
Oh, sorry. I can't see you. I don't know where you are. But yeah, there's a couple people chained to the wall.
That's inspiration, dude. That's hilarious. I love it.
That sounds like a good time to me.
All right, let's.
So no sign of werewolves, huh?
They said that they cleared out
That's
since.
good. That's why we came here, right?
Yeah, but there's treasure in there, and there's people chained up to the wall. So I feel like we should free them and take care of this threat.
Chained to the wall for good reason.
Yeah, we don't know. The chained individuals are there for a reason. You know what I mean?
They're on Strahd's side. I know that much.
Who's the
Them.
ones chained
The-
to the wall, or the
No, the other ones.
ladies praying?
Yeah, the ones that are praying. They're all about Strahd and his plan. Come on, we have to save these people. If you think it's time to rock and fucking roll.
What part did they have in Strahd's plan?
I don't think we heard enough.
They're part of Strahd's plan. They want his plan to succeed. And if we can thwart his plan at all, like, is that not best for everybody?
Well, not Strahd.
Yeah, but everybody that matters.
I don't know. I guess it wouldn't hurt to find out who they have chained to the wall, if they are innocent.
And if they do need to be chained to the wall and stay chained to the wall, then we won't release them.
And it's just the 4 of them.
Does anybody got any way to get in somebody's head?
I can call them bitches.
They have daggers.
Well, where are you, son of a bitch? Where are you? Why don't you just go up to one of them and whisper in his ear?
Because then I'll be
And then give him
visible.
a big kiss.
Oh, that's second. On greater invisibility.
Question for you.
What's up?
Can I use taunt?
Yeah, it would probably drop your invisibility.
I don't want to drop my invisibility though. That's the thing.
You have to make an attack action or cast a spell for it to be knocked down.
I don't know if taunt would be considered an attack though.
So the way I look at it, you're forcing somebody to make a saving throw in order to make them do something that might not be against their nature. So it'd be the same thing as casting a spell, and then also with the very nature of taunt, you're like focusing stuff in on you. If you have a different, I would like, I'm all ears to hear.
I'm thinking, give me a moment.
I'm just flying around.
As you're flying around, you hear there are a few of them. They've got, and then they start going a little more hushed tones.
That I'll wait. I'll let you know if they're gonna attack or whatnot. I can keep an eye out for you guys.
Give me a perception check.
Sorry,
That's
I'll
all
get
good.
back to that spot. There we go. Perception. That's persuasion. Oof. 11.
You hear they're coming to dinner tomorrow. I need to know their capabilities in case they try to start something. This is not the voice that you heard the woman praying at the religious shrine.
Whose voice is it?
Someone you haven't been able to see yet.
Okay, I wasn't sure if I recognized it, if it was Strahd or not.
No, this voice sounds unfamiliar to you.
Apparently they're ready for us. So it sounds like. They want to see our capabilities. They want to see what we're up to.
They want to see if they're outmatched. They're scared. That's what it boils down to. They're scared. They want to see what our capabilities are to see how outmatched they truly are. Well, that's just my reading.
But I think it'd be in our best interest to see if you can find out who that individual is. And I'm looking up at Missure. You're floating somewhere.
So, you know how the Predator's got that cloaking device? And how it kind of looks like a gossamer sheen? But you're like, oh yeah, if I know what to look... That's what invisibility looks like. Looks like the Predator's cloaking technology. So you're able to kind of view where he's at, but if you were to attack him, it would be disadvantageous for you to do so.
What a great word.
Can I manifest Echo?
That would break
The
your
fuck?
invisibility, but yes, you could.
No, I don't want to break invisibility. Damn, okay, never mind.
Well, you guys have invisibility.
I'm just
Go in
wondering,
there,
listen.
get close enough and get a visual on who it might.
Or
Did they say
We can-
it's
we could just go and then they gain nothing.
I want to know who they have chained to the wall.
Well, what are you guys thinking? There's
Maybe.
2 people in there. There's 2 people chained. The rest of the cave is completely devoid of the rest of the werewolves, which they buried their dead.
Maybe we should just take the direct approach. Go in there and talk to them.
They also have treasure. Focus on that treasure.
I'm for going and checking it out.
There's
Still
one.
have, still have two people invisible. I'm just saying.
They can get it and get like maybe into an advantageous position.
Invisibility does last for an hour, and right now I'd say probably been about 10 minutes figuring out what's going on.
Dan, Adrian, I know you don't want to go. We could use your help.
Yes, although you could.
Let me ask you the question. If you go in there bum rush, you rescue two people, whatever. You kill two people, whatever. You're still not going to uncover what the plan is.
Whatever.
I'm just saying, what is this for? Are you looking to get rich? Or are you looking to save people?
Why can't we do both, my guy? Come on. And I fly up next to you. You know, it's possible to do both. Especially with you. Dan, Kojin, Adrian. Come on. And Jabber. Sorry, can't see you. Forgot about you. Just say it. We got this. We're a team.
No hard feelings, man. Everybody forgets about my little ass.
Well, go ahead.
All right.
I would assume the two guys that are invisible are gonna lead the way. Or go in first, right?
Yep.
Yeah, they don't have to make any
I will-
stealth checks so far.
Yeah, I will just go back to where I was, because I know that was safe. There was nobody there.
Come this way. Go this side. You can't get there from that side. All right. So
Give me an idea where they are.
they are. I'll grab you and point your head that direction. That way.
Don't ever do that again.
You wanted to know? Good game. Just kidding.
Here you hear whip, crossbow. One of them can hurl fire. So it sounds like they're describing what you have done in combat.
That's his buddy. Bardic of Inspiration.
So are Jabber and Mr. Spifi.
Yeah, I was just saying I can see him. They're right over. I'm just trying to point. I pointed his head in the direction, so everybody saw his head go that way. That's the way it is.
Further into the cave, up around the right, there's an area that leads down. You hear two female voices talking with each other. One of them has, well, both of them don't necessarily have a Barovian accent. Who else is around you guys? Adrian, give me a perception check.
Okay, 14.
You recognize one of the female voices. It's Strahd's first wife, Ludmilla.
Oh no. We can still leave, gentlemen. We can just go.
So-
These whores none of our business.
Again?
I said these whores none of our business.
They're just ruthless.
But they are talking and carrying on. They seem to have a familiar tone about them.
Let's ask you something. Do you trust me?
Not particularly.
No, that's smart. That's actually smart. Everybody who said yes and raised their hand, slap yourself with it.
Who rose their hand?
Damn.
I wasn't even looking at.
Just a little hurt.
I say we came all this
Regardless,
way.
I'm
said
gonna
we
go
came all this
introduce
way.
myself.
Let's go.
Okay.
Oh shit. Can I get positioned behind one of these pillars?
If you can get behind the pillar, they seem to be kind of enraptured with what's going on, and the ambient sound of water dripping from the ceiling into that pool seems to mask a lot of the ambient movement, so you don't need to make any stealth checks so far for how far you've gotten. But I would say that if you make it to around where these stairs are, that's about the time we need to start looking at you guys making checks.
I am not trying to hide.
Me either. I'm calling Adrian there.
Kojin's like, I'm just big dick swinging here, guys. Whatever.
What was her name again?
Her name's Ludmilla. She's his first wife.
Ludmilla? Well, it won't let me step down the stairs, but that's what I'm trying to do.
So
Dan, do you see that door? Do you see that door above you?
that door is actually a curtain made out of human flesh.
That is sexy.
You see Ludmilla and Zuleika. They are sitting there holding on a conversation with each other. Ludmilla's gaze kind of wanders over from Zuleika to Adrian. You see a smile purse through her lips as she says, Zuleika, we must continue this conversation another time. It seems that we have guests. Zuleika goes up from the kneeling position and she goes, the rest of the den has left. I don't and she gets up and turns around and she sees you all and she takes up a defensive position. Ludmilla puts her hand on her shoulder. She says, No. I have orders not to kill them.
Oh, good.
That's what we'd like to hear.
I'm gonna take my hand off my whip.
Hello, Adrian. You look well.
Ludmilla, a pleasure.
What brings you to this shithole?
To clear the mangy dogs.
It seems as though that task has been complete.
It does, and it seems like your business is carrying on, so I suppose we could part ways unless you had something you needed to say.
No, but it will be nice to see you for dinner tomorrow.
I'm surprised. Not really. It'll be an event, I suppose.
Oh yes, Anastasia and Violetta will both be there as well. And you know this to be Strahd's other two brides.
Ask them who the people are.
What did they do to deserve these?
To whom are you referring?
Point at the fellas chained up.
Upon further review and inspection, you notice that those are rotting corpses.
Oh, never mind.
And Zuleika says they are a tribute to the Night Mother for protection.
I'm sure it would be highly blessed of you, and I'm positive that it won't go the same way it goes every time this time. And I'm going to take my leave.
Same here.
Milla turns over to Zuleika. It would seem that there has been a recent development, and I need to go back to the castle. Adrian, how many places should I set around the table?
I think you already know.
Well, your other two are getting into a little bit of trouble. I do suppose a thank you is in order for taking care of those hags at the windmill.
Doesn't ring a bell.
Of course it doesn't. She starts walking out. You notice that as she's going, she is dressed head to toe in like fine jewelry, fine clothes. Dress looks pristine, clean. She's got like this nice tiara that goes around her head. She holds herself with like a regal authority, and she basically, without even paying any mind to you, just starts walking past every single one of you through to the front. Is anybody gonna try to stop her?
No.
Nope.
Alright, she leaves and turns. At this point, you see the look on Zuleika's face as she goes from bewildered to outright angry to now kind of scared as she is looking outnumbered. What are you guys doing?
There's no reason for me to stay here. I'm leaving.
We'll leave it.
I'm not gonna risk my
While
life.
she's distracted, can I try to stealthily take some of the coins?
I'm leaving now.
Yeah, if you want to go ahead.
Hey, you guys don't know this. I'm invisible, okay? Just saying.
I already went up.
You're invisible. Let me tell you, once you make it closer to it, what you see. So around the base of Mother Knight's statue, there is 4,500 copper pieces, 900 silver pieces, 250 gold pieces. All the mintage is different than the lands of Barovia, so it's probably brought in from outside. 30, 50 gold piece gemstones, and 7 100 gold piece gemstones. Any one of those can be a pearl, so that would work as your pearl for identify. 12 pieces of plain gold jewelry worth about 25 gold. A finely wrought gold pin cloak inlaid with shards of jet worth about 250. An ivory drinking horn engraved with dancing dryads and a satyr pipe player worth about 250. And then holding some of this stuff in is an ornate electrum censer with platinum filigree that's probably worth about 750 gold pieces. It is all discarded at the foot of the statue, in there without any rhyme or reason. It's all loose mintage, and it takes you about a minute to pick up 100 coins worth of gold, or 100 coins.
Can I make another religion check to see what I know about the Night Mother first?
Sure.
Now that I,
Now that you've been told
No.
who she is. Yeah.
ooh, finally. 17.
So the Night Mother is prevalent a lot in this area, in the area of Barovia, as the exact opposite of the Morning Lord. They both kind of work in a duality. The Night Mother is primarily in charge of everything that happens at night, and people pray to her for protection. The werewolves worship her because she has to do with the lunar cycles and stuff like that, and then like a lot of the Vistani will pray to her as well. She's a very matriarchal figure, and that's what you know. Zuleika's kind of looking at you guys. You see that the cages are all opened. There doesn't look like there's much in there, but at one point you probably could tell that these things were jam-packed with kids.
I'd like to take that cloak.
There's no cloak.
I thought you said there was a cloak that shimmers.
An ivory drinking horn engraved with dancing dryads, an ornate electrum censer,
That was before that.
12 pieces of plain gold jewelry, a cloak pin,
A cloak pin?
a finely wrought gold cloak pin inlaid with shards of jet worth 250. So there's a cloak pin worth 250.
Okay. That electrum thing?
The bowl
Let me, yeah.
worth
You said
750.
there's stuff inside the bowl?
Yeah.
Alright, I'm just gonna take the bowl. And whatever's in it.
Alright, you pick up the bowl and it jostles around and she looks kind of alarmed for a second. She kind of maneuvers around, trying to get herself back into a corner. She starts sniffing around and kind of keys into your location. She hasn't made any aggressive moves yet.
Go away. That's all I take.
Alright, we'll say that bowl has like 100 copper, 50 silver, and 25 gold, as well as that bowl. Did you also take the cloak pin?
Yeah, I thought that was inside of it. If
Yeah.
not, I'd toss it in there. along with you said it takes up to a minute. She's not doing anything.
No,
towards me?
she watched that thing go up and she's kind of like taken aback. She's more worried about the fact that there's like a whole bunch of people around. She's worried about
And then
her safety.
I'm just gonna put 50 more so that way I have a total of 100 silver in there because we need the silver as well. All right. Could you say that context one more time? I'm writing it down.
All right, hold on just a second. All right, I'm going to throw this into the chat, and yes, it did pop up. That is all the stuff that's in there. I think it's like 50 coins or a pound or something like that. What's everybody else doing? Well, Mr. Spiffy grabbing up treasure.
Getting out of there.
I'm waiting at the entrance.
All right, Jabber, what are you doing? Kojin, what are you doing?
I'm headed to the entrance. This just gives me the creeps.
So you see Missure Spiffy's shimmering outline picking up treasure from the base of the Night Mother statue. Everybody else has decided to move out. Zuleika is there. She's like looking to see what everybody's doing. She's got a worried look on her face, like she's expecting a fight, but she's not instigating anything.
Alrighty. I think I'm gonna grab some treasure myself as well, if I can.
Yeah, there's nothing stopping you. I think Mr. Spiffy's got the sensor. Are you putting in there what you're taking? Alright.
Has anybody taken the drinking horn?
I don't think anybody's taken that yet. Or, no, looks like Mr. Spiffy grabbed all the high-ticket items.
I'm wearing that gold necklace, just so you know. That gold necklace goes on right away.
I'll take
I forgot that cloak
some
pin.
gems.
Sorry.
Oh, you already got all of mine.
Yeah, she's not stopping you guys from taking the treasure or anything like that. She's looks like she is intentionally trying to be non-confrontational. Everybody else is out at the front. If you want, you guys can write down the treasures that you've taken, and then we can move this to the mouth of the cave, unless you want to do any other interactions with that room.
I'm done. I wrote down everything I grabbed.
Alright, what about you, Chris? You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Alright, so you all find yourselves back at the mouth of the cave, wondering what's going on. What's next for you guys?
Gotta
Say
be
right
getting
now
late.
it's 9 p.m. It is just now gotten to night.
Well, at least we know the clan's been the werewolves are all gone, right?
Yeah, you guys didn't see any remnants of anything. It looked like they buried their dead and took everything else with them. Oddly enough, they just left all that treasure. Where to next?
Did anybody have any reason to go back to the town?
I think you guys
Or
were
we could
able
go
to
back and we could silver some shit. I mean, if you guys wanted to go back in and grab some silver, we could silver everything. Like, that'd be really beneficial for everybody. That's the reason why I grabbed 100, because if I could get my rapier silver, that'd be amazing.
Yeah, it's the 50 gold pieces worth of silver and then the 100 gold to do it, and then you got to find the blacksmith who's able to make it happen.
Oh, you know what? I'm thinking about weight-wise. 100 coins is a lot, but the necklaces aren't as much, right?
100, I think coin weight, like 50 coins is a pound.
Oh,
Well, then we
Oh, shit.
can carry that.
shit, I
Or
can carry a
go
whole
back and
bunch
get the
then.
silver for Dan.
Yeah, let me
There's a total of 900 silver. Who's taking it? And then you got the 250 of gold.
Take it, try to find the blacksmith.
The
Yeah.
necklace.
Dan Jack arrows aren't so good without the silver.
Yeah.
That is true. That does help you out a lot.
If you can
We
carry
should
more
have-
stuff, because I don't think I can carry much more.
Yeah, I'll help carry. I've got pretty good speed. I'm sure I can carry quite a bit. I'm only interested in the silver and just enough gold to have the silver put on the crossbow bolts and the rapier.
Well, I mean, we could. Oh yeah, those gemstones, the 100 gold piece gemstones that you said would be sufficient for a pearl.
Yeah, one of the gemstones could be in fact a pearl, which would satisfy the component requirement for your identify spell.
Yeah. Oh, not my identify. Damn. Who's got identify?
You did, because you said something about you always had an owl spell there.
I did, but then I think I changed it when I leveled up because
Did you change it or did you just not prepare it for today?
Hey, Doc.
Yeah, what's up?
Did
I didn't prepare it.
plain gold jewelry get taken?
12 pieces of plain gold jewelry.
I have one around my neck, and that's why I was gonna say I would rather grab those instead of the gold.
So it looks like there's 11 There's like 11 more things of plain gold jewelry.
Yeah, I'll take those 11 pieces.
Alright.
30 gems. Did you take the gemstones?
Which one's the 30, 50 piece?
Yeah.
I was gonna take those, but it looked like you had already taken them.
No, I didn't put them in. I only took 15 of them.
I'll take the other 15.
So while we're doing the accounting, are you guys heading back to Krezk to try to find the person?
Yeah, that sounds like the plan.
On the way back, again, everything's kind of devoid. The only things that you hear is the crunching of hoarfrost underneath your boots as you are making your way back to the town of Krezk. There is a little commotion at the front gate. as they are still trying to deal with the aftermath of everything that just happened. And you guys are let through. You are homeowners in Krezk, and pretty much everything's just kind of been shut down for the night. It's about 9:30 now.
Get that blacksmith working on my rapier. You said it takes 4 hours?
Yeah, he's gonna be asleep, or he's going to bed. He said he'll do it in the morning.
Okay. We got until 4, or until 3 o'clock when our thing leaves. Or is that a.m.?
No, it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Okay. So yeah, we got plenty of time for that. That's fine. I'll just pay him and all that right now.
He's gonna take the money afterwards. He'll meet you at 8 o'clock in the morning, and
sounds good.
that's when he usually starts his morning time blacksmithing activities. But he's going to sleep right now, unless you want to pay him double for the fee.
No, it's all good.
All
I'll
right.
wait till the morning. I'm okay with that.
All right. So what's
So
everybody
that's
else trying to do
4
during this
hours.
time?
So that's till, well, oh damn. Too bad he doesn't start at 7. If he started at 7, he could do 2 of them by the time.
He's willing to alter his hours. It's just going to cost you guys. If you pay him double for the first item, he will start work at 7 a.m.
A double. And
Not
it's
the
50
silver pieces
gold.
cost. So it takes 50 silver in order to have the weight to silver things, and then it costs $100 for the process to put it on, and it takes him 4 hours to do it.
So how much silver did you take, Adam?
All of it.
You took all the rest of it? Okay, so you took 800. All right. Yeah, fine. We could do that. I'll pay him with gemstones. The 50 gold piece gemstones.
He doesn't want to accept gemstones because who the fuck is he going to pay with gemstones? They're practically worthless to him. He wants gold.
Oh,
Goldie.
give him the...
I want to approach the blacksmiths. I've got 11 pieces of plain gold jewelry. That's 275 gold pieces, what they're worth. I need my hoopak tip silvered, please.
He's not accepting jewelry. He only deals in gold. This is a small mountain town that's isolated from everything. He was like, what am I going to do with paying people gold jewelry? Like, I'm going to have to melt it down and make it into coins, and then even at its raw value, it's going to lose. So he only accepts coins, unless you got other stuff to trade. You do notice that the person who's selling the healing potion, if you didn't buy it with the gold, will take gems or jewelry in exchange for the healing potion, which is the one that they get.
I'll do it that way. I'll give the 100, because it's 100 gold with 50 silver, right? Or is it 50?
Yep.
Yeah, I'll give him the 100 gold that I got from this, and the 50 silver.
All right,
I've
doing
got
his
it.
rush fee of 100 more gold to start work early, so that we can get 2 things silvered by the time it is to get on the road in the carriage.
Who all needs their something silver?
Me,
Wait,
Gabardine.
Ford, you only have 1 silver crossbow
Correct.
or bolt?
Correct.
Yeah. I feel like a thing of crossbow bolts would be...
But I also have a silver boomerang and a magical.
Okay.
I'm good. So you guys take care of yourself.
Okay. I'm just making sure, like, we're all good.
Yeah. No.
So I got the rapier and the hoopak, from what I'm hearing, are the 2 things. And the hoopak just works for the pointy end. The lacrosse basket is not gonna in for silver.
Yeah, it's just the pointy end.
Unless you wanted to do, 20 like rocks. Those would become silver, but at gold. Or 50 silver and then 100 gold to do that.
I'm good with
So if
just
we
the
get-
tip being silver.
Gotcha.
So that's 200 right there. And then, so if we just use that whole 250, we'd need 50 more gold.
If that's the case, he will accept one of those 50-piece gemstones to make up the
Okay.
difference.
I'm willing to...
I'll give him one of mine, cover my end.
Alright, so what are you guys doing throughout the night? It is 9:30.
Here, a tavern.
Sure, there's a long house that
Question.
kind of functions as a tavern. You guys also have your house. What's up?
Alright. You said the potions are 50 apiece, right?
There's only 1 potion.
Okay, never mind. Is there any place we can get more health potions?
They
that
make
will
them here,
take-
but with the werewolves, they use them to try to save as many people's lives as possible.
Mm, and it wouldn't. How long would it take to make more?
They can make 1 healing potion a day. The apothecary is able to do that, but that's like the sum of their activities.
Is it okay if I take away the silver and the gold now?
Yeah, however you adjust it. So it's 9:30 at night. Kojin's like, "Where's the bar?"
I'm probably gonna go back to my house and
I need a smoking den.
Well, I guess I can move you guys to a Krezk map. How does this sound? These 2 houses right here are the ones that they have kind of set up for you. They're 2 nice families that didn't make it in the incursion of the werewolves. Is anybody else doing anything, or are we gonna try to fast forward some time?
I think we should fast forward tomorrow.
Yeah, just get some drinking in there, and then fast forward.
You guys engage in the revelry in the night. You find more than enough people who are happy to drink with you, converse with you, talk with you. They end up letting a couple things go. One is that abbot that you've seen has been there for like the last 100 years, and it used to be a church that Saint Markovia was at, but then she led a resistance against Strahd and was killed, but that was like 200 years ago. It used to be a place of learned knowledge and healing until it was raided by Strahd, and then when the abbot moved in, he kind of became a recluse until a couple days ago when he came down and healed the burgomaster's kid, Ilya. As you're drinking and stuff like that, everybody finds their time to rest and sleep at different times, except for Missure Spifi, Kojin, Jabber, who every single time you close your eyes to try to get some sleep, you are met with vicious visions that fill your head and keep you up at night. You are unable to get a short rest or a long rest, and you, oddly enough, don't start to get any sense of relief until daybreak, which is about 5 a.m., and then the visions stop. What's everybody doing?
One's gonna need that silver. I'm gonna take it. How long of a walk was it up there?
It's like an hour and a half.
Yeah, I wasn't able to sleep. So daybreak, my character's going back up there to take back whatever silver I still had.
Anybody else?
Negative.
Anybody else accompanying Kojin?
Accompany him.
I'll pay for the silver weapon and bring everything else back.
I slept like a
As whoever is making their way up to the werewolf's den, you see Zuleika about in the same place. She sounds like she's praying herself hoarse, much like Father Donovich did at the town of Barovia. That's a callback to session 1, yo. And she looks at you, and you basically have all these stuff with you. She says, "Oh, I see the Night Mother's been in communication with you."
Absolutely. Wonderful lady.
All right.
Hey, you call these things nightmares? Aren't nothing. I've lived through worse than these little nightmares can give me. Give me your worst. I want more.
I sincerely hope that the Night Mother answers your prayers. She smiles with a smirk across her face.
No good deed. I'm gonna go back out of there, back to town.
All right. The blacksmith is steady working away. First hour he goes through, Missure Spifi's rapier is silvered. Second block of time going through, you got, Jabber's Hoopak, which is good. What's up, Jay?
I'm gonna pray for forgiveness while I'm there, and then when I get back to town, I'm gonna go to sleep until I get a long rest.
Yeah, you're able to get a long rest during the day. Nothing comes to haunt your dreams. I guess praying for forgiveness must have worked.
What's that lady's name? The warrior who came down, got her ass beat, and then went back up.
Oh, Esmeralda?
That's the one I'm looking for.
Yep, she's up
During this time.
She's up at the Abbey.
And that's where I'll go.
All right. Anybody else going with him?
Hell yeah, I'll go there.
All right. Is Kojin and Jabber, are they also getting a long rest in?
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Same.
All right. So Missure Spifi, Kojin, and Jabber are all racked out during this time. You make your way up. Otto and Siegfried are looking at you as they look excitedly, and they say, "Hello, friends. Welcome back to the Abbey." And they pull the gate open, walk in, and then you see the area that you were in before. The abbot seems to be pushing these regimented, finishing school drills, like how to walk, how to sit, how to do all these other things, prepping the Silka for the soiree later tonight. He greets both of you and asks what he can do for you.
I'm just looking around. Do I see her anywhere?
No.
I make some eye contact only with him.
She is upstairs in the library, or what passes for the library. He points over to an area. It's upstairs.
Well, that's where I go.
All right. You head upstairs. As it twists and turns around and it pops out, you see a area that is lined with books. It looks like old medical books, those wheels that you turn around where you could have multiple books open at one time. It's like the yield version of having multiple tabs open. As she is pouring through and she's grabbing books and throwing them out there and stuff, and she looks over and she says, "Yes?"
Knowing what you're going and what you're planning to do, I just want you to know I plan to do it as well, but I also plan to die doing it.
Well, I'll leave the dying up to fate.
Everybody has died in the same pursuit. You're going to die.
I've had pretty good luck so far. She knocks on her prosthetic leg.
Not so good.
Well, I didn't say nobody gets out unharmed. I've survived. I've been trained well by Van Rick.
I just wanted to make sure you know what you're getting into.
Yes, and now I have to prepare extra hard because somebody blew up my wagon.
Yes, we're still looking for him. Nobody knows what kind of dashing and handsome individual did it, but...
I've been hearing troubling rumors lately from the town of Valaki. It seems that the burgomaster has been killed and his son stepped in.
Yes.
There was a tiger that attacked them.
Yes, I remember.
And then my contacts that same night at the Vistani camp just south stopped communicating with me. Do you think you might be able to look into that for me? And she pulls an area around. She's got a bandage that's still slowly healing. I'm on the mend.
We could take a look.
I would appreciate it.
Sort of hold my breath for a moment, which isn't hard because I'm always doing it. You know, if things go south, you can get out. There are many exits from the castle. Many. He does not know all the holes. He doesn't remember them.
If I could just find where these artifacts are, I think we'll have a better shot.
I believe I know where some of them are.
Really now.
It's just me and her up here?
Unless Dan's up there.
No, I stayed down and just kicked back in a chair and watching the shit show.
The abbot actually wants you to help Vasilka work on her box waltz. If you accept, that's what you're doing, is you're helping her waltz.
It's been a while since I've done it.
She seems very, very strong, and at times she's almost trying to lead you. She seems enthusiastic that now she has a dancing partner.
Yes, I know what many of them are. I have little doubt the castle has changed since last time I have been, but I was there for long.
A prisoner?
Kind of. Well, since we both had our doom, don't suppose it could hurt. My name is Adrian von Zarovich.
You see her kind of quizzical. The whole registry of emotions go through her head. Adrian von Zarovich.
Strahd killed my mother, but not before corrupting her.
So it looks
Raised
like...
me as his own, and he would kill me in the heartbeat. Be careful.
I will. You did not have to share this information with me, but it went a long way in giving me assurances that I have aligned with the right person.
Good. I trust this will stay between us.
I was just going to ask you if the others know, but since they do not, I will not breathe a word of it.
All right, I take my leave.
As you're walking down, she goes, "Whips, that's a bold choice that I never would have thought of."
Yes, it was used to keep servants in line. I figured it only poetic. That and of course, well, there are more stories I need to keep to myself.
When should I expect you around next?
We will be here before it is time to leave. Be prepared. The carriage wouldn't have worked anyway.
Do you want me to go with you?
Ooh, I'm just going through thinking better judgment. No, it's been enough. I should say, no need. You need to rest.
When you need me, I will go. I will do this with you. We'll put an end to this fiend.
One can only hope. Alright, and off we go.
You come down and you see Dan Jackules and Vasilka doing a nice box dance.
I walk past as if they're not even there.
To keep time, one of the mongrel men is actually playing, and when you walk down he stops, and a second head up on his shoulder starts crying. He hushes it down and starts playing a little bit softer, and the head goes back to sleep.
That's creepy.
Yep, this whole place is creepy.
Well, I'm gonna take my leave. Thank you for the dance.
She grabs her, threadbare dress and curtsies in front of you and smiles.
Man.
She hasn't said a word this entire time, but you can tell that she looks very happy. Alright, what else are you guys doing? If not, we can take it to the time when you're getting ready to get into the carriage.
Well, is she accompanying us in this carriage, Esmeralda?
That was one of the things that she was looking at, is if you wanted her to go to the castle. Vasilka is going.
No, we'll let her rest.
Alright.
Try to keep her as far away from that as possible.
And then, Vasily von Holtz says that he needs to make a stop in Valaki.
Good, so do we.
Alright, what's the word? Because it's 3 o'clock. The carriage is there, out in front of the town of Krezk. You see a very similar looking dusk elf. Adrian, you know this is being Radon. This is Strahd's right-hand man. If Strahd was Batman, Radon would be Alfred.
Thank you for the ride.
Yes, my lord.
Silence. I just sort of make the sign to him as soon as he says it. That shit out.
Alright, so it is 3 o'clock.
All's well.
Well, it's Barovia, so not all is well. But nobody has any objections. I can take you to right outside the town of Valaki.
Sounds good.
Is there anything that anybody wants to talk about while you're riding along? Vasilka is just taking everything in, as this is literally the first time she's seen anything outside of the abbey. A weird smile cocks across her face. What's up?
I said I'm going to inform them everything I know, wives, and who I know is going to be there.
Did you say you're going to tell us about all the wives?
All the wives and everyone else I know that's going to be there.
So you know about Ludmilla, who is Strahd's first wife, who was an accomplished magician and who convinced Strahd to turn her, becoming his first bride. She's very accomplished. And then you have Anastasia, is a Valachian noble. She was turned second.
Aren't we all?
And then you have Violetta, who, oddly enough, was a prostitute on the streets of Bia, who 100 years ago was a prolific serial killer, and that kind of piqued Strahd's interest. So he basically said, if you're going to be killing people anyways, you might as well do it and feast off of them. So he gifted her unlife with that. Radon has actually
What a guy.
been a part of the von Zarovich family since Strahd's father. He was originally with him. Once King Baratov defeated the lands, Radon decided to work with him, and then when he ended up dying, it went line of succession. So then Strahd knew him even as a human. Those are the people that you do know that would be there, which are his 3 wives.
There we go. And then, of course, I ended all with, at least that's what I've heard.
It's as true as it can be.
Is no slouch. Even to questions to me in the conversation, I gave her too much information. And Strahd is worse. There is no gathering arms and fighting him. He will be respectable but not kind.
You guys crossed the bridge that you saw the 2 fishermen at, the 2 hunters. They are not there. And as you're starting to pull into the town of Valaki...
Oh, we're getting out before they pull up to the town.
Got it.
We have something we need to check in the area. Let us know when you have finished here in this town.
Okay, absolutely. It should take me about a half hour.
Diligent as always, thank you.
Alright, where's everybody going?
Probably south to go see if our friends are still there.
That's it. On the way there, I have questions. So, the tiger that freed us, where did that come from?
The tiger that freed us?
Yes, where did that come from?
It was captured. I thought him and Dan Jekyll's were the ones that met up with them at the tavern.
Yeah, that was Rudolph Van Richten. Remember him?
Army armor.
Why did he help us?
I think you guys gave him something in return, if I remember right. The location, something?
You're starting to get a little bit closer. You don't hear the normal, sounds of, laughter and music and, bottles clanking. It's
Putting it together as
dead
Ford's explaining
silent.
silence from Missure Spifi on the matter. You gave him this location, didn't you? And then, the item I took, the fucking journal, that's not good. He could have killed everybody here. He wants revenge against them. And I throw the book down.
I guess I'll pick it up and read it.
It's in the handouts. As you're making your way up there, you don't see that large tent. You don't see the circle of wagons. You do see dead horses, freshly dug graves, and blood spattered all over a bunch of different things. Even the chimneys where the Dusk Elves made their homes no longer pipe smoke. This was the site, you would guess, of a massacre.
Happened here.
I've seen here is not to be said out loud until I say so.
Which journal is it?
Journal of Rudolph Van Richten. There's 2 pages.
Okay,
It's under player handouts.
I see it now.
So we think.
The summary is he hates these fucking people and he wants to kill them, and it looks like he did.
Oh my god.
He did.
We gave him the location.
Yep.
That was.
Do you know what? Hey, do you know what happened? I feel bad about this, but at the same time, you guys are all alive because of this.
Oh, that only makes it worse.
If it wasn't for him, we wouldn't be having this conversation.
Do not tell her yet. I'm gonna pay my respects to the graves and then leave.
Alright.
Yeah.
Pray to the Night Mother for
Pray to the
peace
Night
for them.
Mother. If you start praying to the Night Mother in front of me, then I'm just leaving.
No, because I'm still asking for forgiveness as well, and please help them as well.
And I just leave. The moment you start that, nope, no thank you.
You hear something in your head, Mr. Spiffy. Give us an offering.
What's what they say?
Give us an offering. Purify yourself. The dirt of the freshly dug graves will purify your soul. You must eat it.
I mean, I am a bird. It does help get things crushed up. Might as well take a bite. Hopefully, I find a worm.
Yeah, there's a lot of worms in it and stuff like that. It's dark, earthy. How's everybody else reacting to Mr. Spiffy just going and just takes a chunk out of somebody's grave site and he starts eating grave dirt?
Walk off saying he needs to find another party.
I seem completely unfazed by this.
It's not the weirdest thing I've seen. It is quite weird.
Well, if you guys make it back, you will see that Vasily von Holtz has the carriage pulled a respectable difference away so that way you guys can make the rest of the trip. He managed to find a dress. He
Ooh.
lets you know that it wasn't easy, but he's not going to belabor the point. Seems like the burgomaster's widow has a lot of stuff going on, and she was unwilling to part with the dress. However, more than enough nobles around there. And, yeah, when he went in there to talk to the burgomaster's widow, dude who runs the church of St. Andrel was there. And he was talking about how nice it was that Lady Wachter has been helping out with Irina, especially since Isaac's been around, really asking about her and trying to get close to her. So Lady Wachter moved her into her house and has been taking care of her. Also, that crazy coffin maker totally told everybody that you framed him, and he's back in the town.
Framed him.
Yeah, it wasn't a strong sell by any stretch of the imagination that the people who killed the burgomaster would have also set up vampires in his coffin shop. Viktor Velakovich, the new burgomaster, doesn't seem to be too concerned with it and is pretty much letting Isaac draw any conclusions that he wants to. And the purple flashes are growing with intensity from that area. Seems that he's becoming obsessed with the runes around this place, these strange standing stones and monoliths.
Are they under protection?
Who?
The monolith things?
No, they're spread around this area. You guys haven't, come upon any of them that you've seen. There's rumored to be some down south in the town of Berez. Let me see if I can pull that up. Yep, go down past Argenvostold, and then you'll see that right there is the ruins of Berez. And then, as he's going down, he says if you follow the river up north, that's where you hit a pass, which is right there. Zuleika Pass is interesting because people say that it's guarded by a magical green flame, and in order to make it past it, you must stand inside of it and bathe in its flames and let it cleanse you, and then you can pass through unharmed. So far, nobody's been worthy. Kojin's like, respect. That's my goals, yo. Alright. Anything else going on with it? Anybody want to talk about anything?
Let's get to this dinner.
Front of Castle Ravenloft. Alright, so I feel that this is a pretty good place to stop, because I would prefer to hit Castle Ravenloft all with one session. Not necessarily all with one session, but not tag it onto the back of a session, because it's really intricate.